Another toast. If not to this crazy little thing called love, how about to our truce?
No, why don't we lay off the booze until the women get back? It still may be a long night ahead.
They've been gone a while. Maybe we should send in an extraction team?
Well, they seem to be handling themselves well enough. And you and Rosanna seem to have gotten extremely close over the last 24 hours.
Yeah, well, a man has to know when to cut his losses, move on.
So you're moving on? Is Rosanna helping you out with that?
Well, we do what we can.
You like keeping it in the family, don't you, Craig?
Jack, I never thought of that. How would that work? I would be your brother-in-law.
God forbid.
Jack, think of it. Bowling on Tuesday nights, police department picnics, you and me and Carly and Rosanna, big Sunday family dinners, huh? Huh? Huh?
We made love. He let me see a side of him that nobody's ever seen. It wasn't just sex.
And you were the greatest lover he's ever had.
No. Just better than you.
Oh, give me a break, Rosanna. Tell me, how does this whole tawdry scenario play out? You and Craig make mad, passionate, whatever, and then he leaps out of bed with a scorecard? 9.2 for enthusiasm, 2.1 technical skill.
Well, it's true. I haven't had the enormous amount of practice that you've had when it comes to technique. But it's clear that Craig had never had an experience like the one we shared.
Really? Are we talking something tantric here? Life in all its majesty was magically revealed to Craig Montgomery after one roll in the sack with you?
Well, he touched me as if he knew me, like I was all he ever wanted. He held my face in his hands. He said my name, and he never took his eyes off me. And after it was over, he admitted that I responded to him in a way that you never did, in a way that made him forget you completely.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You two have this Kama Sutra moment, and then when all is said and done, I'm the one subject on everybody's mind? Well, if that's true, honey, it's pathetic. But see, I don't think it is true. I think you're lying.
Well, go ahead. Ask him yourself.
I don't have to ask Craig anything. You obviously made the entire thing up.
You don't look very convinced of that.
I don't know why you would sleep with Craig Montgomery. But let's just say that you did sleep with Craig Montgomery. It clearly makes you some kind of consolation prize. And that's sad that you don't see that.
That's interesting. You really desperately need to believe that, don't you? Because you still have feelings for him.
I couldn't care less about him.
Then why stress about what he does? With whom? Why go to all the trouble of trying to insult me by saying that what we had couldn't possibly have been real? How's Jack handling it, by the way? The fact you're still obsessed with another man.
Craig Montgomery's obsessed with me, okay? It isn't the other way around. He could bed to every woman in America, for all I care. The fact remains, I am the one he grabbed last night, and after he grabbed me and kissed me like it's going out of style, he told me that he and I belong together.
That was before you pushed him away. And after you did that, something clicked. Then Jack decided to beat him senseless, and Craig had a small revelation.
I'll try to keep a straight face.
He's tired of you, Carly, and he wants to move on.
Oh, God. Come on, Rosanna. Don't you think that Craig has figured out this silly little cutthroat competition you've got going with me? Plus, he wanted to get back at me for turning him down. It's classic, truly, the way he's using you. And in a very twisted, very French film sort of way, you guys belong together.
How can you be this jealous when you have Jack?
I guess you haven't been listening, because jealousy is not part of the equation.
Then why keep insisting that what happened between Craig and me had to be meaningless?
Do you really want me to say it? All right, I'll say it. Rosanna, there is no way in hell that any man in the world would ever say that you are better in bed than I am there. I said it. You made me say it.
You seem to know every thought Craig might have had, every word he might have said, but you still won't go ask him this one little burning question.
I don't need to ask him, Rosanna. Even if Craig did whisper some sweet lies into your ear, it's probably just because you forced the issue. I can hear it now. The whining, the pouting. Oh, Craig, was it good for you? Just tell me it was good for you. Tell me it was better than it was with Carly. I'll bet he ran from that bed like a cat from a bath.
Go ahead, you just tell yourself whatever you want, whatever you have to believe. But I was there. Me. He held my face. I saw his eyes. He was being honest about his feelings, and it kills you. It just kills you that he wants me, that he cares about me, and that you don't have him wrapped around your little finger anymore.
Rosanna, Craig tells you what any man would tell his mistress. Whatever she wants to hear. That's all there is to it.
You want to cast me as Craig's cheesy mistress? Go ahead. That's not how he sees me at all.
Well, fine. You can be the upscale mistress with the big fat checking account if it makes you feel any better.
Maybe I'm a breath of fresh air. You ever consider that? Maybe he appreciates being with an emotionally mature woman for once.
No, that's not it. I'm sorry, honey, but if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck and hangs around in a garter belt and pantyhose and high heels waiting for some man to finish business with the real woman in his life, then it's a mistress.
Oh, you're the real woman? Well, that'll be news to everybody, especially Jack.
You came to Oakdale wanting a fight, and you got one, sister.
I never should have tried to have an adult relationship with you. Never. I never should try to help you or reach out to you in any way. You are such a lowlife, Carly. You always have been. You always will be. The only reason you're happy right now is because you've managed to drag me down to your level. Well, I'm gonna leave. Because you may be happy here, but I don't like it. Down in the muck.
You want adult... Don't touch me. You want an open communication? Fine. You got it. You are a spoiled brat, Rosanna. You are a liar, a schemer, and a conniver because having all that money meant that you never had to be responsible for anything or anybody.
Except your son.
We both know you started that trust fund just so you could mess with me for the rest of my life.
You know, you're just upset because I have Craig and you don't. Well, I didn't steal him, darling. You threw him away. And now he's realized he's better off without you, and you can't stand it.
Craig's got a sweet deal. That's all. And the only price he has to pay is stroking your ego, telling you that you're better in bed than I am. Well, as I see it, that not only makes you a whore, Rosanna, it makes you a really cheap whore.
You're such a slut.
Ow!
Tramp! You hate me so much!
You're going down, Rosanna.
Don't you... Ow! Ow! Get off of me!